Appelele, it's Appelele. Thank you. Sorry for the delay, colleagues. Welcome everybody to this branch meeting. It's our first meeting for the year. It's already July, but we have done a lot since our last meeting. So yeah, we can just start the meeting. Is there any apologies from anybody? Gift, did you receive any apologies? Can you hear me?
Know about other colleagues. Yes, Manda, I can hear you. I'm saying I didn't get any apologies from my side. I don't know about other colleagues.
Yes. Annalise Rowan is on leave, so she did say she will not be able to attend.
Colleagues, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
She's on leave.
Okay.
Anyone else? Okay, so the apologies, we can move on. Bernice, I don't know if you received any personalia from any of the colleagues. I can just say, since our last meeting, Gifts, a child was a little bit sick and he needed to go to hospital, but I assume everything is fine now, Gift, and that everything is going good.
Manda, I don't know if I'm the only one, but I keep losing you from time to time.
Okay, can I hear me? Can somebody indicate?
Hi, Amanda.
Hi, Kagiso.
Well, we slightly hear you, but there seems to be breakage.
Yeah.
Yes, we hear you, but every now and then your sound fades a little bit.
I think something's wrong with my business laptop speaker or something, but we're trying to log in my laptop. Log in, I'll switch to I said earlier that Gift's son was sick. He was in hospital, but I assume everything is fine now and it's going good.
Yes, everything is fine now. Thank you.
Okay, thanks. Anybody that has any other personalia that they want to share with us? Okay. Nobody that has anything they want to share, then on. The next point on the is there anybody that has anything? Can you hear me? Is there anybody that wants to add anything to the agenda?
Colleagues, can you hear me?
Yes, Benny, we can hear you.
Yeah. No. Chair asked, is there any other items colleagues wants to add on under the point number 4 of the agenda? Is there any other items you guys want to share or add?
Nothing on my side. I don't know about other colleagues.
Nothing on my side.
Okay, so we can confirm the agenda.
Okay, thank you. The next point on the agenda is the minutes of
Manda,
okay.
We've lost you.
Okay, can you hear me now? Let me just check something quickly here.
Now we can hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I think
Okay. We can move on to number 5.
try not moving to lose you because you are okay.
Am I okay now?
Yes, you're okay.
Okay, let's try. Okay. Number 5, approval of minutes of previous meeting held on 8 June 2022. Since then, we had other meetings like special branch meetings with the volunteers, and we had the AGM, but our last branch meeting was on 8 June. So we'll go to the minutes of that meeting. Apelele, is it possible for you to put the minutes on? Thank you. Okay, on that at that meeting of 8 June, I was not at that meeting. I had a council meeting that day. So the chair-elect that time, Ms. Masilo, chaired the meeting. So we can move on. Personalia, I think is fine. Colleagues can just check, the colleagues that attended the meeting, if there's anything they think is wrong or must be changed. Okay, we can go to 6. Is there anything there? Everybody can just check if they see anything that they think has to be changed or something, or that's not right. Okay, we can move on if there's nothing. Okay, you can move on. Okay. Okay. Okay, that's the minutes. If there is nothing we must change or add, can I ask for somebody to approve the minutes? Gift, okay. And a seconder? A gift, do you want to, are you approving?
Seconded.
Okay, thank you, Kagiso.
80 seconds.
Okay, thank you. Then we can move on to the next point on the agenda. Okay,
Financial report. The financial report, it says.
sorry, Teresa.
It's the
Financial, yes.
report.
Okay, all right. Since our last meeting, we're still struggling with the bank account. And then yesterday, our 3 BEC members, we went to the bank. So we had signed lots of documents all over again. So the lady said, hopefully the account will now be sorted in a week's time or so. Then we can access the account. But she could could give us the amount in the account. There's only 2,000 rand left in the account. It's all the bank costs, because every month there's bank cost even if we don't use the account. But I think we there's a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel, so we can eventually access our account again. Gift, I don't know if you want to add something.
Manda Gift is still struggling with connectivity. He's trying to
Okay.
rejoin now, so he will
Okay.
be with us in a moment.
Okay, I don't know. Okay, I can ask Bernice if she wants to add something about the account. Nothing. Could everybody hear me? Kagiso, did you hear what I said about the account?
Yes.
Okay, yes, 2,000. It's about 2,000 rand. Yeah, we'll put in the minutes. We'll put the correct amount. It's just over 2,000. Okay. So then we can move on to
Manda,
Kagiso.
can you just please repeat that? I heard you called my name and speaking about figures, but I'm not sure what exactly you were referring to because there was breakage in your sound.
Oh, okay. Now, I said, the bank balance in our account is just over 2,000 rand. So every month is bank costs. So since we couldn't access the account since before COVID, so every month there was bank costs going off the account. So that's why there's only 2,000 left. It's just over 2,000 rand. Okay. Okay, thanks. I see you show your thumb, so I assume you heard what I said. So if there's no questions, then we can move on to number 7. Matters, Teresa, is it fine? Do you want to say something?
No, Manda, we can move on.
Okay. All right. Matters arising from the minutes. 7.1 training needs. Let me just check the minutes. Then I can. Previous meeting, we discussed the training needs that was identified, ICT, and other library related training. And we talked about, but we haven't done that yet. We haven't done that training yet. So we'll have to look at somebody that can do training, ICT training, information literacy training for the members. What I can say, we spoke at the ATM, we spoke about the copyright, and so we did had copyright, a little bit of copyright information at our Library Week launch. And then we also had a workshop that Denise Nicholson presented about copyright. I know a few of our members attended that workshop, but other training needs, we haven't managed to get somebody to do that yet. I don't know if there's any comments from any about the training needs.
Chair?
Gift?
Yes, thank you very much. I'm not certain, I can't recall if we got recommendations regarding the training needs from our branch members, because if I can recall correctly, the issue of having the copyright workshop was because of that copyright infringement that happened within our branch. that then flagged us to say there's a need for copyright workshop for our branch members. I wanted to suggest that maybe if the colleagues in the audience feel there's any training needs that they would maybe like the branch to look into, then they can just recommend now. We give them an opportunity to also just put some recommendations now under the training needs. Then we can then see how we can approach and maybe assist with that particular training need.
Okay, thanks, Gift, for that. Anybody that has something that I think is necessary or urgent? Bernice?
Chair, in the previous, please, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, we can hear you.
In the previous minutes, with our chair-elect, Ms. Masilo, there was a suggestion to do information literacy, which was also suggested at your strategic planning meeting. So that was also one of the information on training needs that was highlighted. Maybe we can really look into that one as well. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Bernice. Anybody else? Okay, if there's nobody that has something they want to add now, please send the secretary an email. If you can think of something or somebody that can do training, then you can just send Bernice an email. Okay, then we can move on to 7.2. Can you still hear me?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. We can move on to 7.2, Northern Cape BEC members. Since the previous meeting, Ms. Masilo has also resigned from the branch. She moved to Pretoria. So then we were only left with 3 of us on the BEC, and then Gift moved into the position of chair-elect. So now it's only myself as chair, Gift as chair-elect, and Bernice as secretary. But there was some of the members that volunteered to help and assist with branch matters. So I just wanted to inform you that we can have it minuted. Bernice wants to add something?
Okay, just for the sake of the minutes, can we just list the volunteers? Yes, the names, please.
Teresa, can you help us with that?
Teresa Brink.
Okay, Teresa Brink.
We also have Miss Ndumela.
Constance Ndumela.
Then we have Miss Papula Bas, if I can remember correctly. Then we had others that left SPU, for instance, Miss Mbali Mtetwa left. Then we had Mr. Ludwaba when he moved this side from the LIASA office. He also volunteered to join.
Kagiso. Yeah.
Yes.
Your
I don't know if I'm also forgetting.
I don't know. I think it was 4 or 5 members. Gift, your staff is moving, eh? off the agenda.
Hey.
Okay.
Let's not go there.
I hope you and Kagiso stay for a while, eh?
No comment.
Okay. All right. If there's no other names, then Okay, must I repeat? Okay, Teresa Brink, Constance Ndumela, Papula Boss. She moved, eh? No, she's still with us. Then it's Miss Mbali that
She's still with us.
yeah. And then it's Kagiso Ledwaba. And yes, okay. Okay, then we can step off point 7.2. Then we can go to point 8, new matters. 8.1, Rep Council meeting feedback. I'll just give you a small summary of the Rep Council feedback meeting that was held on the 19th of May in Johannesburg. I can do a little report afterwards. Then I'll give it to Bernice to email to all the members. But I'll just highlight the highlights. The biggest thing we discussed was the restructuring of LIASA. So the president and president-elect held discussions with lawyers and other stakeholders. And then the EXCO came to decide that we must now move with this restructuring, because this is now coming for the last 8 years or so. I think since Ujala's time or before Ujala's time. So we can't go to AGM this year again with the same thing that we did all the time and say, okay, we are busy, so we must move now. So they decided now, what is the board going to look like, the new structure, and then the REPCO had to approve. And then after we approved, then they are moving forward now, busy with other stakeholders like previous presidents and still showing, how can I say, presenting this new structure to them. And then we will have a special AGM, special annual meeting before conference to discuss this. Because if we are going to restructure, then we need to make changes to the, what do you call it? To our, sorry, I lost my words. Where is it now? Help me, Bernice. We need to make changes to the, to do the restructuring. The constitution, we need to make changes to the constitution because the constitution doesn't allow for a board. So then, and to do constitutional changes, we have to get permission from all the members because the members are the highest body of LIASA. Can you still hear me? I just want to confirm.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes, we
Okay.
can.
Okay, thank you. So the board is going to look like this. There's going to be a president that is still going to be elected, and then there's going to be a president-elect that is also going to be elected. Then we're going to have 5 sector chairs. That is basically going to be in the place of the branches and the interest groups. So the 5 sector chairs are the 5 different sectors of the library field. So it's going to be, there's going to be a chair from the public sector. There's going to be a chair from the higher education sector. There's going to be a chair from the school sector. And then there's going to be one from the special library sector and one from the education, the library information science education sector. So that's going to be the 5 sector chairs, and they are also going to be elected. So we're going to have, there's going to be subcommittees, and then the chairs of the subcommittees are going to serve on the board. Then they're going to ask for nominations for 2 additional members. And And then there's going to be an audit and a risk committee that's also going to be subcommittees. And then the chair of this audit and risk committee will also serve on the board. And then the secretary of LIASA and the CEO or the ED, they don't know what they're going to call it yet, that is in the office, they will serve ex officio on the board. Kagiso, I see your hand.
Yes, hi Manda. I just
Yes.
wanted to find out the sector chairs that you are talking about. I
Yes.
hear you have not mentioned the research, RETEC. Are they going to join RETEC with the higher education, or is it going to fall away?
We were debating that, but I don't know if they maybe fall under special, if they will fall under special lobbies. I'm not sure. They were, there was lots of questions coming up, but they couldn't really give a straight answer. But I think they will put it in some way, because the new structure wants to be a national structure for overall structure. They don't want branches anymore. So I really can't give you a straight answer for that. But I think at the special general meeting that is supposed to be before conference, I think we will get all the answers from the president. I didn't actually answer your question, but that's all I really can say about that. So the board will consist of 13 members, but it's still going to be voluntary, like the branch members, executive members, and the rep council at the moment. People are still going to be voluntary. They're not going to be being paid. Okay, I can just add the 5 additional members that the board, okay, members that we're gonna elect will then appoint 5 additional members. So like experts, say we need somebody that can do finances, so they will appoint. Then we're not gonna elect a treasurer and people like that. So they will appoint experts. People with skills that we need, say like a treasurer or a somebody with accounting skills or whatever. Bernice has a question.
I want to know, Chair, will these experts be paid? Will they receive a salary? As at this moment, it was all voluntarily. Can you just help us with that one?
What they said is no. They will tell the people, this is not like a paid position, but as the president-elect explained, he said sometimes there is people that qualified as accountant or so, and they can't get jobs. So then if you maybe appoint them on the board, then they get exposure and they can put that on their CV and say, okay, we served on this board and whatever. So yeah, so then at the moment they're not going to be. Any other questions so far? Okay, if there's no questions, then we can move on. Yeah, so that's basically it. I can just add, as they said, they're going to be subcommittees. So one of the subcommittees is going to be an audit and risk committee that's going to do internal audits and see that we are doing everything correctly. Because if you are a board, there's lots of legislation and stuff around that. So that's going to be one of the subcommittees, and then this chair is serving on the board. And then one of the other subcommittees is going to be the CPD Points Academy Management Committee. I don't know if they're going to name it that, but the committee that is going to oversee our professional development. So the chair of that committee is also going to serve on the board. And Gift, I don't know if maybe this will answer your question, Kagiso. Maybe RETEC will be part of one of the subcommittees, because cataloging standards and that stuff like that can also form a subcommittee. So we can still decide on what is all the subcommittees going to be. But I think maybe they will fall under the subcommittee, and then the chair of that committee can serve on the so they just named the 3 so far: the Audit and Risk Committee, Cataloging Standards, and the CPD, the Academy Committee. And then they sent us, we discussed the policies and stuff, because LIASA's policies are a bit outdated. So since we're talking now about the CPD, the SAQA, they do, you get your designation or your professional body status for 5 years, and then in between, in halfway, they evaluate and see if everything is still on track. So there were some of the policies that had to be updated. So they updated the transformation policy, and one of the policies was this professional development CPD policy. So it's a very long document, but REPCO had to approve. So I'll circulate that also to all the members. Just one point I can say there is that you must remember, if you attend training through one of LIASA's channels like we are doing now, then automatically your points will be pointed to your profile, your online profile. But if you attend other training that's not facilitated by LIASA, then you must upload all your documents yourself. Say you attended that copyright workshop that we did 2 weeks ago. That was not facilitated through LIASA. So then you can take the agenda of the program that was given and the attendance register, and then you just upload that to your profile, and then they will look at it and approve your points. So the members must just remember you can go yourself onto your CPD profile on the LIASA website. I think maybe we can ask Apelele or somebody at the office, maybe we can use that as one of our training opportunities to do training for the members, how to do your own profile on the website, and how to do it. And I don't know if everybody is familiar with that. Any questions about that?
Chair?
Yes,
I think we can ask Mr. Ledawa to assist the members with the upload since he's within our branch, so we can have a meeting, a brief meeting where he shows everyone how to upload that.
Yes, thanks for that gift. I forgot. Kagiso is now familiar with this, so we can. It's better to have a face-to-face thing to do this. So thank you for that. So we can arrange that maybe in a month or so. Are you fine with that, Kagiso?
Yes. So ideally what will happen is we'll assist all the members to upload all the events that they have attended. But at the end of the day, they still need to be approved by Apelele at the office. And most of the events which members attend, if they have been organized by LIASA, automatically at the LIASA office, they would use the attendance register to upload those points for them, CPD points. Anything else which is external, then I would be able to assist.
Okay. Thank you, Kagiso. All right. Okay, then the other highlights I can just highlight is the Library Week 2024. The date is 18 to 24 March 2024. And the theme will be libraries, fostering social cohesion. So the date will be 18 to 24 March next year, and the theme is Libraries Fostering Social Cohesion. And then the Librarian of the Year Awards it was the first year that last year that they split the awards. There wasn't just one award, Librarian of the Year, and it was first, second, third place. They split the awards between the three sponsors. So EXCO sponsored the Librarian of the Year Award. They had the Librarian of the Year Award. Then Nevada sponsored the Emerging Librarian of the Year. It was a new award for young librarians that just entered the profession and that are up and running and good with social media and stuff like that. So that is the Emerging Librarian of the Year. And then they had the Influential Library Leader Award that was sponsored by Sabinet. Correct. Yeah. So they're gonna do it the same this year. And I saw the calls already came out for the next Librarian of the Year. So you must nominate somebody. Yeah. So any questions or something? Okay, if there's no questions there, let's see if there's something else I need to. I already told you about SAQA. Okay, and then just the last point is this year's conference. It's going to be in Somerset West, not in Cape Town itself. The main reason for that is the cost of the ICC. And I think the ICC is also not available because, and they moved the conference to the second week, 10 to 13 October, because Arts and Culture, because they are the biggest sponsor of the conference, they asked if we can move the conference from this first week to the second week, because they always have their that reading club competition in that first week of National Reading Club competition in that first week of October. So the date was now decided it will be 10 to 13 October 2023. And it's going to be in Somerset West, just outside of Cape Town. And they decided to not increase the fees from last year. So the fee are the same that it was last year. I think 5,002 or 5,3, and it's again going to be a hybrid conference. And then there's they're going to have a grant. Usually the grant is give preference to public librarians, because it is Arts and Culture that is giving the grant for members to attend. They give preference to public librarians, but if they don't get enough public librarians, then they do extend the grant to others. So you can apply for the grant even if you're not a public librarian, but the grant only covers your conference cost, not your travel and your accommodation. Okay, any questions so far? Okay, I think that is the highlights. I'll send you a small report, but only just one other thing I must mention I wanted to mention something now, the CPD points. Yeah, what was I wanted to say now? Oh,
Amanda?
yes. I hear
Amanda,
you.
can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
Yes, I wanted to say you forgot to indicate the point regarding the suggestion that the conference be moved from the current month that it is currently being held on to a bit earlier in the year in future.
Oh yes, that's what I forgot. and there's some other thing. Okay, what Gift said now, since we're gonna restructure and LIASA is gonna change, then it's not necessarily that conference is going to be in October, and conference was always the same time as the AGM was always the same time as conference in that same week. But since we're going to restructure, they want to have AGM separate from conference. So you're going to have a conference that maybe it will stay like hybrid. And then you're going to have an AGM that is virtual, and they looking into moving it to May during the year. So then we'll have AGM in May, and then we'll have conference whenever. But then AGM will not be connected, can I say, to conference. But if we have the special general meeting, then everything will be explained by the president, and then all the Rep Council and Exco already approved, so then all the members must just approve. And then if the members approve, then we can go forward and change the constitution. But then in the meantime, there will have to be an interim committee until we decide what the elections are going to look like. So, because if we restructure, then we're not going to appoint or elect new branch executive committee members or interest group members. Then we're gonna elect now this new board. So in the meantime, there will be an interim committee. So, but all that will be decided at the special general meeting that will be taking place in the next week or two. And then just the one other thing is that LIASA is busy with SAQA to approve 2 more designations, not only like professional librarian. The other one is library assistant and library technician. But there was a few hiccups, and SAQA sent it back. So, but LIASA is busy working on that. Yeah. Anything else I left out, Bernice? Steve, are you covered?
Yes, I'm covered.
Any questions from the members? Constance?
Yes, thank you, Manda. Sorry, maybe I'll take you back. Remember last year in the meeting that we had, it was proposed that there will be like a stakeholder reach out meeting in the branch, trying also to do a membership drive. Do we have a strategy on that line, or what happened to it? In terms of the branch trying also to recruit.
Yes, I think it just fell through the cracks. We haven't really sat down and decided on a structured action plan, but yes, we have to look at that. Bernice, will you just minute that, and we can after our Mandela Day drive, then we must look at that. We must just draft something, and then we can just move on with that. Because even if we do restructuring, we still need to recruit members. Thank you, Constance, for that. Anything else?
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Anything else? Okay. If I didn't leave anything out, or if you don't want to add or ask questions, then we can move off from this point. Okay, then we can go on to South African Library Week feedback, 8.2. But what I can say, since we had, before I go to South African Library Week of this year, I can go back to last year. We had our last meeting in June. And after that, we had a successful South African Librarians Day at the Afrikaner Library. Lots of our members attended that, and we had a very good program at the Afrikaner Library for South African Librarian Week. And then we had the our AGM at the Solplaatje University. That was also an event that we had. And then this year, we had our South African Librarian Week launch. That was done at the university, and it was also a great event, and it was a success. And we had speakers. We had Denise Nicholson that did a small presentation about copyright at our Library Week launch, and then we had Mr. Nyoka from City of Joburg Libraries that did a very interesting presentation about their information literacy and all that digital literacy stuff. So that was very interesting, and I think we can learn a lot from them. And then we had a few of our members that also shared their powerful stories with us. So yeah, I think it was a very, very good library launch. We had also members attending from Arts and Culture, Department of Arts and Culture, Department of Education. There was members from Correctional Services, Gift unfortunately couldn't, or must I say fortunately couldn't join us, but Kagiso, I don't know if you can remember who else was there. I think it was just Bernice that I mentioned everybody. Yeah, and then all the public library staff was there, the Solplaatje library staff was there.
Manda, I think the colleagues from the High Court were also there.
Yeah, High Court. Was there somebody from High Court? Okay, thanks, Gift. Yeah, so I think it was our best attended library launch so far. I don't know if anybody wants to add something. Oh, and I can just thank Kagiso for stepping in on short notice, and he did a very good job of it to chair the program for us. So thank you, Kagiso. Okay. All right. I don't know if I left out anything about programs or stuff that we did. I don't think I left out anything. If there's no questions, then we can move on to 8.3. Can you still hear me, colleagues?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so I can move on. Let me just do that quickly. I see there's some questions. What does not have extra date participation in books to note colleagues. Okay. Miss Constance must attend another meeting. Okay. If we go to Platfontein, it's our last, the Librarians Day, Mandela Day book drive is our last point on the agenda. We Gift arranged for us nice posters that was distributed to all the libraries, and we had a write-up in the newspaper also, and last week, this Monday, I had an interview on Radio Timaneng, and I also mentioned the book donation drive. We received a few books from the public, but I think we can still get some more. So we discussed in our BEC meeting yesterday that we will give time for the people to still donate, but all the books that we did receive, we're gonna move with that. So today I got confirmation from 2 libraries that did receive books, 2 public libraries, so we'll pick up that books today, and then we will do everything here, get it together, see what we can use and what not at the Afrikaner Library. Then we will drop it at the university, and then what we wanted to do is a gift set. He and Teresa secured a few boxes for us, so we can put it nicely into the boxes, and then we can take it to Platfontein to the school. We didn't yet get hold of the principal. As soon as we get hold of the principal, then we'll share the information to everybody. Because we wanted to go before we do the actual handover. We want to go and see there's still books there in a storeroom, in a classroom. We want to sort that out and put it also nicely in between the other books. So we want to sort that out first before we do the official handover. So it all depends on when the school can accommodate us. So if we can't do it on Mandela Day, then Gift, you can come in.
Amanda? Yes,
Yes,
I
you
wanted to say, yes, thank you. I wanted to indicate to the colleagues that we are hoping for Monday to do the entire setup on Monday, because on Tuesday schools are reopening. Then it will be a bit of a struggle to set up on Tuesday. So we are hoping that we'll get hold of the principal, and then maybe she will give us confirmation to go ahead with the setup for Monday. But if we don't win with that, then we'll communicate with colleagues on an agreed date that the principal is willing to accommodate us on to do the setup, and then also a date for the handover. So I think for the time being, we can say tentatively we'll be going to the school on Monday. We just need to have some volunteers to assist with the setup. So it'll be basically just cleaning up the books from the storeroom, dusting them off, and also just then setting up the books in all the classrooms that we intend to set them up in. So we'll be just placing them nicely in the boxes there. So if we can just maybe get volunteers for assisting us on that, then we should be fine. I think one of the things that we'll also need, it's basics, maybe like feather duster for those books that have a bit of dust in that storeroom, so that we can use it to also just dust off those books. I think it's best if we do it when students are off, or when learners are off-site, because for instance, the books in that storeroom have a lot of dust. So we won't have space to dust them off if students are there. But if they are not there, then it will be nice and easy. So we'll communicate with colleagues around if Monday will not work. Yeah, but we're hoping that it will work. So we'll just check with the principal. We'll try and get hold of her still today. Bernice tried calling her yesterday. I also tried, but she was not picking up. So we'll also try again today to see if she's willing to accommodate us.
Thank you, Gift. Bernice wants to ask you something.
Thank you, Gift. I tried again this morning and I sent WhatsApps. The question is to Teresa. First, I think Chair, she's just asking whether there are any date pages to attach into the books to allow classes to note return dates. I don't know, Chair, you can just look at her message there. The other question or favorite I need to ask Teresa, if she doesn't have any other contacts of the principal that we can use, because we've tried everything. We went online and I'm really worried about not getting on time to her on time for Monday. So yeah, I can even go to her house.
What I will do, Bernice, is I will ask my sister, who usually deals with the principal and the people at Bloemfontein. I will have to check with her and I will send it to you via WhatsApp. Is that okay?
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Teresa.
Benice,
Yes.
I'll
Yes,
also
Gift.
try and get those contacts of Mr. Jongar. He's the one that assisted us with the first meeting at the school. I just don't remember where the numbers are, but he's the one that we called that arranged the meeting with the principal. He's one of the teachers at the school.
Oh, I remember him, the short guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he will assist us as well.
Yeah. Do you have the numbers or will you try to get it? Then I can also give him a call.
I will check in my records if I can find it. If not, then I'll just go to the same source that assisted us with the number initially.
Okay, all right. Thank you. Thanks, Gift.
Okay. I think that is basically all the arrangements for now. Oh yes, Teresa's question about the date stamps. What I can do, we will put in that date stamp papers in each book. I think we can do that, and then I will make a copy. I'll just put it on one A4, make a few copies, and give it to the teachers who are there, and explain to them. Then they can just make copies for going forward if they don't have. So we'll arrange that. Thank you for that question. Okay, I don't know if there's anything else. I think since we know we're going to do, we want to do it next week somewhere, so we'll just get confirmation from the school, and then we can know when to move forward as soon as we have confirmation from the school. Gift, anything you want to add, or any of the colleagues? Oh yes, sorry, before
I wanted, yes, you can go ahead, Manda.
No, sorry, I just want to ask, and then we must just indicate how many people are going to go with for the actual handover, and maybe, yeah, so that we know how many people, and then we can arrange driving arrangements and stuff. And then maybe I forget to say something about the program. I don't know if that's good.
Yeah, Manda, I think you can go ahead on the program part for the, so that we have it on record.
Yes, we said we're gonna have an opening and welcome on that day. We're gonna have an opening and welcome that Gift will do for us. Then we're gonna have a little, just a small few minutes. Bernice is gonna talk about Librarians Day and Mandela Day, and what it is about and why we are doing this. And then we want to ask the school if they have students, learners that can do, say, like a poem or something for us, 1 or 2 poems. Yes, thanks, Apolele. It's fine, thank you. And then they're going to do 1 or 2 poems for us. And then I will do a small talk about the importance of reading, and then we want some of the volunteers to do 2 read aloud stories for us. So 1 in English and 1 in Afrikaans. So you can identify who of you want to do the read a short story for us, 1 in English and 1 in Afrikaans, and then that's the end of the program, and then we just close the program with a vote of thanks. So somebody must just do the vote of thanks. I don't know if one of the Kagiso or one of the other people want to do the vote of thanks, but that is basically what the program is going to look like.
Manda, if I can come in.
Yes.
I was speaking to Kariso. He was heavily involved in this and he is very passionate about this project. So he has volunteered to be our MC. So I will do the opening, then Kariso will do the MC part instead of me doing it.
Okay.
Then Ms. Brink volunteered to do the Afrikaans read up. Then Ms. Dumela also volunteered to do the English read up. So we just need a volunteer to do closing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, but if there's nobody, then I can do the vote of thanks also, doesn't matter. If nobody else.
I see there's AVD Linde that we are not sure of the name. Maybe we can just ask who AVD Linde is, and then we can also just indicate where they're coming from. Because all the other colleagues in the room, their names are clear. So AVD Linde, sorry to put you on the spot.
Laptop. So it's actually
Is it you?
It's that.
Oh, Benis, it's you. Oh, there. Okay. Hey. I don't know, maybe Miss Mulukisi. Oh, there. Now we see. Miss Mulukisi, would you like to do the closing for us? Oh, colleagues, have you met our colleague who joined in December, Sina Mulukisi?
No, we haven't. Video, please.
Yes, I think let me
All of us
on the
put our
spot
videos on.
introduce her to you guys.
Let's all of us put our video on.
Miss Mulugisi, your camera is I think it's closed.
Colleague. How do I open this thing now? Hello, colleagues.
Hello.
Hi.
Nice to see you.
Nice to meet you all again. Manda, nice to see you again.
Hello. Please, Kagisoi. Put where's Teresa? We can maybe take a screenshot for the. If everybody's cameras are on, then we do a screenshot quickly for the attendance. I learned now to do this. Is everybody's on? Okay, let's do a screenshot quickly. It didn't work. Wacht, let me do it again. Did it try your side? Can you do a screenshot there? Kagiso, can you do a screenshot from your side? Did you do it?
Let me
Okay,
take
thank
another one.
you. Okay, thank you. Sorry, say again, Sina.
I'm saying if it's not tooled, it will screenshots the screen.
Yeah, I also took a screenshot. So we have a lot of
screenshots. Okay.
Yeah. So if we don't have any volunteer for closing, then I think we can, as the BEC, take care of it. I can also do it because I was just doing the opening. So I don't know, unless if we have a volunteer to do the closing. We even allow maybe the principal at the school to do the closing. That can also work.
Yes, let's try that. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so if there's not anything else, then we can close the meeting and then we'll just give all the information through as we have the final arrangements. Yes. Okay.
Okay,
Thank you
thank
very
you.
Thank you, colleagues. And
Thank you.
I just want to thank Apelele for helping us on short notice. Thank you very much.